We're going live. You're live.
Okay, we need a motion to go back to regular session.
So moved.
Okay.
At 10:02.
Okay.
At 10:02.
Now too, we've been getting to know each other now after 2 years.
Voice
And in honor of our.
vote. We need to vote voice of vote.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We're going back and we're going to
Yeah.
session.
Yes.
It's gotta be roll call
Roll call, okay, please.
to show who's here.
Victor,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Lawrence,
Yes.
Shay,
Yes.
Bledsoe.
Yes.
No.
So we also would like to have,
Yes.
what? Oh, we need to make an announcement that no action was taken in closed session, and we would like to yield the floor to trustee Melissa Victor.
Thank you. I just had a few comments that I would like to, final statements that I would like to state here for those of you watching and the rest of the board. At the beginning of my term with the Algonquin Township, our board was divided with a lot of hostility stemming from the election process, which continued on for several months into our first year as a board. Many of these issues were differences of opinions as to what was best for the township and what our residents wanted. All of which the board, as a board, we were very limited offering a resolution due to township law. More recently, our board has become very cohesive, in which we all share similar views of what our township's main problem is. However, we are still burdened by the code and regulations which severely limit what we're able to accomplish for our residents. In all, I've seen a man try to run this township into the ground by numerous frivolous lawsuits, careless overspending, and reckless management. The road district being its own entity. Again, the township has little or no control to what the highway department does. It has been very difficult to watch so many people affected negatively, including union workers and taxpayers. In my time at Algonquin Township, I've made strides such as fighting to keep our senior transportation, recycling and sharing community purchase store items secure in the hands of the township, whereas these were always a part of the highway department. I've also worked very hard to hold Mr. Gasser accountable on several illegitimate and illegal bills he has tried to submit to the board for approval. I have the utmost confidence in the other elected officials for the Algonquin Township that they will continue to fight for our taxpayers and township over the next 2 years until Mr. Gasser's term is over and a new, more experienced commissioner can come on board to rebuild it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else or?
I was just gonna say, I wanted to thank you for your dedication to good government through your continued in-depth work with the township's programs.
Thank you.
And so
Thank you.
for that, I'll offer you a standing.
If there was a full house, they'd all be staying.
I just also want to say, since it's your last meeting, that
Potentially
last meeting, that I couldn't agree more that we all, or many of us, started off on the worst possible footing. And I can't deny, knowing what I know now, that at least partly was choreographed to be that way. And I'm so glad and sad at the same time that just when we finally have gotten within the past few months to get to have this wonderful, productive, communicative, whether we agree or not, respectful relationship with one another, is when you leave us, potentially. But thank you for your service.
Thank you for all of your service. And I do. I know you're all going to continue to do great things for our township. I really do believe that. I really do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that was a long one tonight. Thank you, everybody. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So Melissa,
Oh, right.
as I was about to say, each of us has special talents and passions that we brought to this. Anyone that runs for public office has a screw loose. No, has a desire to serve, and each of us as individuals sometimes pull and especially at the beginning. But pulling together is the best way for a team to go forward. And thanks for pointing out the things that you did and staying involved. And there were things that you do and that Rachel does and that each of us on this board, even Dan, that do and come up with that I would never have come up with. And I really appreciate it. And so I absolutely will insist that the person that sits in that chair next is at least as competent, if not more so, and that it will be hard to find somebody with that kind of dedication, Melissa. So thank you very much, all right? You're welcome. Let's go home.
All right.
Can you have a motion to adjourn? Karen, do you want to say something?
You'll be missed.
Oh, yes, Karen wants to
I
talk.
think she should be recommended, okay. All right,
Karen wants to talk.
She said she'll be
I
missed.
just recognized her.
No. About the committees, we're gonna start some committees.
Oh, you know what? I'll bring it up. I'll send you guys an email.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put it on the agenda for the next meeting.
Okay, yeah, and
Alright.
I'll have more
Okay.
in stone then.
Karen and I have been talking about some different committees that we can be involved in here as a township for the committee on youth, the committee on aging, things that are here that services that we can extend and
A couple of real quick, that have happened. The Center for, the Alexander Lee Center for Autism, they're going to try and bring their kids once a week for maybe bingo or something like that,
That's
just
awesome.
to connect with them,
Great.
to give them a field trip day to come to the township. The Pioneer Center is currently bringing some of their clients to chair yoga. We reached out to them, so that, and there's other things I'm trying to, I've reached out to some teachers that I know and in the communities, and I want to try and get a STEM program going for children over the summer
Yeah,
and a literary program. They want to offer their time for free. It's, so I'm in the works. I'm also talking to Warren Township. They do that.
mhm.
They have a really great program. So those are some
Awesome.
things. I think we need to have some positive. things going on.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what,
And I'll
just
be
a few
around.
things.
I'm gonna be coming.
Oh, you'll be
I'm
around.
gonna be coming to the
Oh,
meetings.
no.
So I'll be around.
She'll be asking questions. And
You
we won't be answering them because we can't answer.
Let
them.
me in, let me in. It's Melissa. Melissa who?
We'll amend that, talking process in less than 3 minutes.
Oh.
3 seconds, 3 seconds.
All right, thank you guys. Have a great night.
Did we
Oh, wait,
vote?
we didn't
Let's
vote.
go. Can I make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye. Close.
To
All right.
You didn't stand with a pouty face because you didn't say all votes.